here. Something just wanted to comment on that. Also wanted to comment exploring, and apparently there's just some stuff in here where you're supposed to come back for it later, because I've got... It looks like one of them requires you to be at least level 40. You really shouldn't take on missions that are more than about 2 out of your way. The points on the map, a couple of dungeons, a couple of other points of interest, and my first machine weapon, the Bioblaster, which I will point out on the map where that is as soon as this loads up here, because it's kind of awesome. So, and if nothing else, it definitely gives you a good weapon for Prompto. I gave that to him right away, and it seems to be pretty effective. Um, Especially as an area weapon. That's the thing, is I assumed that machines were just going to be machine guns, but it actually seems to be more like tools from Final Fantasy VI. Or at least to include tools from Final Fantasy VI, which is awesome. Not gonna lie, I love that. So it might have like a machine gun in there, but it is not just going to be limited to that. So what we're looking at right here is if you go to this outpost right here, the Prairie Outpost, and follow this path up, you will actually find this Royal Tomb, Tomb of the Wise, which you don't have to go in right now. I actually checked the guide on that, and it was just like, wait, do I need to go here? No? Okay, we're not going to go here. And then you'll also find this area. So about right here by this mineral deposit, a little over maybe about here, just on the other side of this tomb. It's right by this tomb right here. This key trick trench, or however you pronounce that. Right by this tomb is actually the Bioblaster, which is awesome. There's also another treasure spot, and I've finally figured out how the treasure spots work. If you have a blue treasure on the ground... Oh... Well, that sucks. Anyway, hopefully it picks this up. Let me check my stream here just to see if this is still going. Before I make a fool of myself and yammer on. Come on. Oh my goodness. I hate Windows 10 sometimes. There we go. Let's play the game of which computer gets to it first. Okay, it appears that I am broadcasting. I actually did the low quality for 720p at this point. So... Okay, it appears that I am broadcasting. I actually did the low quality for 720p at this point. Okay. So... We'll avoid having that kind of infinite feedback loop there, but at least I know I'm actually broadcasting. Okay. So anyway, if you've got a blue point, then that's there once. Usually that's used for things like, you know, small items like, you know, cherished frogs in episode Dusky. I'm gonna have to pronounce that right now. Or you know, just random rusted bits and all that kind of stuff all over the ground. But it's actually used for things that you only get once. So all of these points here would be the red ones. These would be treasure spots that refill the same as like any other mining point, which is why I'm drowning in bronze bangles. So I'm gonna do this as a half-hour session, and then I'm gonna pack up, go to church, and visit my grandparents. But yeah, definitely worth visiting up here, if nothing else, to pick up that bioblaster, and also because it's a really interesting area. So this is actually going to be important in the next chapter, I guess. But I found it already, and actually had a really good bird battle there, like a really good bird battle, which at this point was not annoying at all. I mean that in the honest sense. It was actually a really kind of 14, maybe 13 by the time I did that. And I've already done some of the Ascension here, so I'll just point out, I haven't done anything for Combat for Noctis. I have done some stuff for these guys. So we've got like the first shot, we've got this, we've got this. Again, Venom Fang has been rather useful. We've got the Death Blow here. I did get everybody their second accessory slot. So, there's that, and then I did do the HP increase in here, and it looks like everything else in this tree is going to be really expensive, so we're gonna pass out on doing more on this tree for a while here. Decided to do this for fishing here. I'll do more fishing later. I'm probably not going to leave this area right away here, but we're gonna close the door here to minimize some of that sound from outside. Oof. So we do have 44 lying around. I'll probably decide how to use that later. The thing is that really might be useful. Okay, we're gonna do this though. That'll leave us with 20 left. But as you can see, our options here are kind of starting to dry up a little bit more. Like, we could buy that, and then the rest of it is starting to get into like 48, and what isn't that brick wall of 99 yet? Might as well pick this up. As you can see, they got, I was actually, depletes tech power by 2, wow. Anyway, we're kind of opening things up here because, we've got, some of this stuff gone. So... and back to combat here. Combat I might want to just start filling out here, but it's one of those things where when it comes to things like blank, I have enough trouble just blocking in the first place. Although I have finally been getting decent grades for finesse, so... But, we're gonna leave that for right now, I think.
Huh?
And we're gonna figure out if there's anything over... Oh, that's right. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just do a quick hop, skip, and a jump to this point over here, just for the sake of exploration. It's not gonna let me? That's interesting. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. It actually let me over this way. I actually found this dungeon over here, which is way over my head as part of the, it let me go to this one, so... But, again, that dungeon itself has a mission of just, like, beat the enemy at the end, and it's like, no, we're not gonna do that, because I'm not gonna be level 44.
Ready for more? You bet. Let's hit it.
There is a big difference between 14 and 44, like it was at the time, so... There's definitely... You will come back to this area later, so... But, so I'm on map piece 4 of 5 right now, and that 5th map piece is just gonna have to sit there while I, avoid dying.
Well, here we are.
So, let's just see if I can find the most obtuse place to hide this thing.
Huh.
Feels so sluggish. Yeah.
If it's in one of these bushes, I'm never gonna find it.
Feels so sluggish. Indeed.
Alright, I'm just gonna look it up in the guide here. And cabins for pictures.
Some kind of weird game.
Oh, where's the treasure?
And like I said, that's the last piece that I'm gonna be able to get for a while. So let's see what else we got here. I did notice some other stuff. This compound here seems to be like a military compound of some sort. I don't have access to that. I'm sure I'll have to invade that later. There also isn't anything that I can do to get past that into here quite yet, so I'm probably going to have to go through here. And just, if this doesn't represent a wall here, it's just one of those things that there is definitely a wall here that means that I cannot get to this other side, and I have no idea what would be there. So... But, like I said, nice ruins over here. Lots of stuff to do over in this area over here, too. It is, this area actually has some points of interest in it as well, which is, kind of ruins, kind of, okay, it's definitely ruins, but it's, interesting over here because it's like, there's even a parking spot, interestingly enough. But, I know I'll have to go over here for story reasons, too. I just haven't gotten to that point quite yet. Let's see here. And then another milk. Good stuff in here, not quite as nice as what's over in the other area, but it's kind of interesting because this is like a waypoint into the Royal City, and if you follow this road over here, you'll actually eventually come out over here to the Royal City. Or Insomnia in general. This seems to be like the important part of the country, because I find it hard to believe that this is actually an entire city. But, I mean, I guess I can buy it. I can buy that this entire mess of a layout here would be an entire city. Because if you look at it now, looking at it now, it's like, this looks like a buttload of roads and all that kind of stuff. Which, I mean, that level of detail in the map is awesome. But yeah, so this seems to be, like I said, over here is actually a waypoint to get into the royal city over there. Which is interesting because if you actually go over here, it's full of just like, it looks like a nuclear explosion happened. There's just all sorts of broken down cars just lying there rotting, and I mean, it looks just super duper decrepit, and there is nothing there, and it's all blocked off, so it's just, yeah. Kind of interesting, and I think that that actually has to do with the history, because it's like, when you really look at it, people probably have not gone in and out for quite some time. Like, if you actually listen to the radio, these regions have all been seeded, basically, so the lead region here, and Duskai, and another one. The radio says that they've all been ceded to the Empire as part of the peace accord. So, kind of interesting. What I should be doing is figuring out if there's anything left for me to grab that's of interest here. Anyway, so yeah, that's some of the exploring I did. Which, again, if you don't do anything else, definitely go up here, because the enemies are very manageable. If you're like level 9, you'll be wiping the floor with anything in here. That Bioblaster is a real good tool to have on your side. I suppose that since this is getting almost to that magical half hour, but I lost I don't know how many minutes, I'll see if I can put that Bioblaster to use here.
Everything in order?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I also did a bunch of exploring and, yeah. If we look over here, down by Golden Key, there's also some good stuff over here, Funguars, and over up here is actually Aegir Root, which you can also find all the way up here, which is another reason to, you know what, we're gonna go somewhere else. Where am I even right now? We're gonna go find some enemies somewhere else here. Yeah, we'll fast travel here. Why did I do that? Oh, phooey. Okay, good enough. I also did, in the process of doing some of the hunts, run into an Iron Giant, and that sucker was level 30, and I was like, nope, 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 all my nope. So,
Safe and sound.
That, I ran from that one. I normally do not run from battles, but when you're that heavily outclassed, there's just no way. I suppose it's okay that I've fast traveled over here. There's a battle over this way. And it will remind me to do a little more fishing if I have time before my next session here.
Real nice here.
Yeah. Wanna bet? Heads in.
Ooh, head bashing.
Would you look at that one knocked?
Say your prayers. Get lost.
You can see he's using the Bioblaster over there.
Oh, sorry about that.
No use hanging around here.
Indeed.
So, again, not a difficult battle, but it's a battle. And we did get to see the Bioblaster, so... which I knew who he would use because he used it the last time I fought that. Usually there's a couple more over here. Anyway. Oh, there they are.
I'll say I'm amazed.
What can I say?
Huh?
So... I think I'm gonna just kind of go over to that, fishing point over there, and then we'll call it a session. Not quite a full half hour for you guys, since it dropped some of it, but, I'm finding this very annoying, actually, that it's just like, you don't have a big enough connection. Just like,
Breeze feels good.
Indeed.
I did a speed test. My upload speed should be like 2 meg per second, almost 3 meg per second. And I find that a little aggravating because I never had trouble streaming before, you know? So I'm just gonna head over here. And it's 30 minutes for me, not necessarily 30 minutes for you. But we'll just kind of do a manual save and quit here.